Welcome to Holy Voices, where timeless truth meets your present journey. If you are here, it is not by accident. Your spirit was led to this place for a reason. Every word you will hear carries light, strength, and direction for your path. Stay with us, and let this message unlock the wisdom waiting inside you. Don't just watch, join. Subscribe, press like, and write in the comments what Holy Voices has spoken to your heart. You are bringing harsh criticism to their cult establishment, which is why the Masons dislike you. For many years, these shadow organizations have been constructing their house of cards around your life. Today, however, their whole structure is on the verge of disintegrating into dust as the cosmic winds roar. Before administering the spiritual beating these cult members have earned through years of attacking someone whose cosmic status makes their small earthly organization look like a kindergarten finger painting club, the gateway energy sizzling through the atmosphere is cracking its knuckles. However, this is just the beginning of an earthquake that would level their whole base. Soon, the desperation that is starting to permeate their ranks will escalate to suicidal proportions, and the discovery of your true ancestry will reveal generational lies. Unbeknownst to you, a surveillance network has been recording everything you do and providing intelligence to lodge meetings where your removal is the main priority. They are unaware, however, that their own monitoring systems would end up becoming the tools used to destroy them. Former allies are the first to show signs of their disintegration. That karmic companion who used to walk by your side. The black magic they've been using against you has flipped around like a spiritual boomerang, and now they're thinking of taking their own lives. These are not merely unsuccessful binding rites or love spells. Practitioners who focused on death magic and spent years creating suicidal spells meant to destroy your will to live are the ones we are discussing. They are now being consumed from within by those same forces, and they are learning what happens when you assault someone who is protected by the divine. In the meantime, practitioners all across the world are suffering disastrous reversals because they believe that distance would shield them from karmic wrath. When their meticulously planned rituals fall apart internally, the foreign magicians who took payment to ruin your peace of mind are now losing their own sanity. During ceremonies, some people are complaining that their altars spontaneously catch fire. Others talk about protective circles that become prisons where they are imprisoned by the exact things they called upon to harm you. The threads of deceit are deeper than any outward revelation could imply, and the individual practitioners are only foot soldiers in a much broader plot. A demonic network that has been stealing your spiritual vitality since birth is concealed under the facade of your so-called family. You have referred to those individuals as family. The startling reality would be exposed by DNA testing. They aren't even your biological relatives. They are spiritual parasites that have been meticulously chosen and positioned to deplete your energy while keeping you unaware of your actual ancestry. Plasma manipulation and RH factor secrets that link to your interdimensional beginnings are part of the bloodline deception. Your true lineage can be traced back to divine beings and monks who were reincarnated. Gods among mortals, souls who have walked this earth. Through ceremonial procedures intended to pass your spiritual abilities to their selected initiates, these shadow groups have been frantically attempting to corrupt or steal the genetic markers found in your blood. However, divine DNA can only be awakened from within, it cannot be stolen. Forged birth certificates, altered adoption records, and fabricated genealogy records that present an entirely made-up family tree are all examples of the fraud. These groups have been working for ages to eradicate or appropriate spiritual royalty, which your real parents and your true bloodline relate to. Ironically, their efforts to stifle your lineage have actually protected it, allowing your gifts to remain dormant until the right moment to awaken. The surveillance network that tracks your every action, meanwhile, is more larger than the average person could possibly imagine. Those Masons who say they are community pillars have been observing you every day, following you around public areas and shopping centers, recording your spiritual development with the meticulousness of scientists researching a rare species. In order to provide intelligence to lodge meetings where your elimination is the main agenda item, their spies pretend to be cashiers, security personnel, and other customers. Every big box store you visit has been turned into a monitoring station. However, they have failed to notice a catastrophic weakness in their surveillance web. It's not a coincidence that odd things keep happening at that Family Dollar. The operation is a front. The person who appeared to be so kind and considerate, your karmic relative, has been deliberately tainting your items with chemicals that are meant to impair your psychic defenses. Your physical death was not the intended outcome of the toxin. It was designed to prevent your gifts from completely blossoming and to weaken your spiritual senses. The pollution effort is the result of years of meticulous preparation. Your buying habits were used to target particular home goods. Cleaning products that include chemicals that impair cognition. Products for personal hygiene that contain artificial hormones that interfere with spiritual awareness. Through supply chain infiltration, even food products were infiltrated, resulting in a persistent low-level poisoning intended to keep your mind down. Federal investigators, meanwhile, have been constructing a case that will reveal their crimes in ways that make their retail operations appear like child's play while they have been engaging in their small-scale contamination games. Through court documents that hold your name and are purposefully buried in probate processes intended to take your material and spiritual legacy, the legal system has been used as a weapon against your inheritance. Fraudulent death certificates have been used to redirect insurance plans that designate you as a beneficiary. Indeed, they fabricated your death on paper in order to receive benefits while you were still alive, but it was illegal. Corrupt medical examiners, bribed court clerks, and fake autopsy reports that declared you dead while you continued to live under a false legal name they created were all part of the insurance fraud scam. They were able to claim life insurance payouts, inherit property that was earmarked for you, and even receive Social Security benefits in your name thanks to the death certificate scam. You were in a legal limbo in the meantime, unable to contest their theft through the proper channels or obtain your rightful inheritance. Prayer formulations that compel heavenly involvement, visualization techniques that instantaneously produce material riches, meditation techniques that can change physical reality, and spiritual technology that your ancestors perfected over millennia are all part of your true legacy. These gifts were stored away in your genetic makeup, awaiting the time when your awareness would grow sufficiently to allow you to securely access them. The biggest danger to their control matrix is your twin flame connection. And the extent of their desperation is exposed by their meddling in this heavenly union. A karmic ex whose obsession verges on demonic possession has ensnared the divine masculine energy that was meant to merge with yours, trapping it in legal proceedings. This isn't just any old romance. It's deliberate disruption of a cosmic union that would greatly increase both of your abilities. They are careless because they are desperate. Additionally, evidence that reads like something from the worst fears of humanity has been found by federal investigators. Bodily parts found in ceremonial configurations. Children in the vicinity of their meeting places have been reported missing. Church buildings used as fronts for human trafficking, where star children's souls with extraordinary spiritual abilities are examined like test subjects. It's no accident that amber signals appear to be concentrated in particular geographic areas. They are the signs of systematic spiritual predatory behavior. Children who exhibit remarkable intelligence, artistic talent, or psychic abilities are specifically targeted by the trafficking network. Under the pretense of family emergencies, runaway cases, or custody problems, these famous kids are abducted. After entering the system, students go through tests intended to extract their spiritual energy and provide it to mature practitioners who don't have any innate abilities. The operations take place in establishments posing as medical research institutes, religious retreats, and therapeutic boarding schools. The diseases that his cult purposefully transmits through ritualistic contact are carried by the Masonic warlock at the core of this web. His anger at your inability to follow his energy and tune into his frequency has pushed him to enlist more people in increasingly violent plots. The group meetings that are currently taking place in your region are not social events. They are organizing sessions in which paid hits are planned. Coordinated mental attacks intended to overwhelm your nervous system and cause the kind of breakdown that would land you in a hospital or an institution, rather than physical assassination attempts, though those may occur. For this attack, master wizards whose skills much beyond those amateur spellcasters have been hired. Energy from portal days is being captured and used as a weapon. Dimensional portals opened, allowing evil forces to enter your home directly. In order to generate a continuous assault of spiritual violence that they hope will ultimately overcome your resistance, they are coordinating these attacks across time zones and timing them for maximum impact. The master magicians charge millions of dollars for their services, and the fact that they are involved shows how much these groups want you destroyed. These practitioners don't work from apartments on the street. They have connections with government officials who offer protection in return for intelligence services, work out of private estates, and have teams of aides. The boundaries between the supernatural and the scientific are blurred by their use of psychological warfare tactics, pharmacological chemicals, and cutting-edge technology. Their modern magic cannot reach the depths of your ancestors' protection. Furthermore, the cosmic forces that are aligning for your defense use frequencies that are incomprehensible to them. The spirit of your departed grandma has crossed back from the opposite side to protect your energy field at this very moment while these forces are building against you. There is more to your grandmother's intervention than just self-defense. Generations have been building toward this cosmic corrective. She passed away with knowledge about your actual ancestry that she was unable to impart during her lifetime. Details that would have put her in the sights of the same forces who are now attacking you. She has complete divine ability to reveal every falsehood, lift every curse, and return every blessing that was taken from your lineage when she returns from the spiritual world. The ancestral army is made up of spiritual warriors who have lived through several lifetimes and who have functioned as mystics, healers, and protectors in various cultures and eras. As you bless holy voices, God blesses your house. Sop $20 or more today and expect His favor. They bring with them centuries' worth of knowledge, magical methods that are older than anything these contemporary practitioners comprehend, and, above all, direct access to divine power that renders earthly magic inconsequential. Because of your spiritual level and place in the cosmic ladder, anyone who attacks you will automatically suffer karmic repercussions. They are more than just battling you. The Most High's express protection of selected vessels is being disregarded by them. That one evening when you chose to engage with the divine frequency through intense prayer rather than allowing their drama to consume you. Since then, their network has been shaken by the spiritual shock waves from that one night of alignment, and practitioners have fallen beneath the weight of their own redirected evil. Because they choose to confront someone whose cosmic rank surpasses their entire organizational chart, what they spent years building is collapsing in a matter of weeks. They are interfering with your financial abundance, which is more than just material prosperity. The resultant fortune will finance a mission that challenges their entire power structure once those court documents eventually overcome their legal barriers and the inheritance fraud is revealed and undone. Your wealth is more than just a personal boon. It's the distribution of resources for worldwide spiritual battle. Coordinated operations across several states are raiding their church cult fronts. Federal surveillance of their Masonic Lodge meetings is recording conspiracy allegations in real time. International collaboration that views their organization as a terrorist network is freezing their offshore bank accounts. Through DNA analysis and adoption record investigations, the network of fictitious families and planted relatives is being methodically disclosed, exposing the full extent of their human trafficking activities. To avoid destroying evidence and to make sure that important individuals are unable to flee or organize their defenses, the raids are taking place concurrently. Cult deprogramming trained SWAT squads are rescuing victims who have been detained in these establishments for many years. Computers containing financial information are being seized by forensic accountants as evidence of money laundering schemes that finance their illicit operations. However, your protection goes beyond cosmic justice to include surgically precise, practical divine intervention. Mechanical failures and traffic accidents are disrupting travel plans that are intended to bring violence to your area, eliminating threats before they can become a reality. The angels sent to guard you aren't acting under kind supervision. They have the kind of power that sends hired assassins to the ER with unexplained injuries and transforms stalkers' cars into twisted metal. For individuals who have endured hardships and come out on the other side with wisdom that others cannot see, the Holy Voice's inner order offers a haven. We are aware that some events fall outside the realm of what most people believe is appropriate or feasible to talk about. We get together live on Zoom once a week. Without passing judgment, real people with genuine faces tell real tales. The experiences you've held in silence have room here. The trends you've observed that others ignore. The things you've learned intuitively along the way. We comprehend, not just listen. You can go back to our recorded calls and remind yourself that your perspective is legitimate when you're having trouble understanding your experiences and feel gaslighted by a society that doesn't accept your truth. Become a member of the Holy Voices Inner Order, where your voice is heard and your reality respected. In the description, there is a link. Ronettes. The technical systems that these organizations rely on for coordination are manipulated as part of the supernatural intervention. Mysterious malfunctions in their encrypted communication networks are exposing talks to law police surveillance. At crucial times, their cars' GPS systems fail, directing them to the wrong places or into zones where police are carrying out unrelated operations. Failures in their banking systems are also preventing them from accessing the money they need to operate. Even you will be shocked by the compound interest that will soon restore the spiritual heritage you have been denied. Through supernatural pathways, information that was previously unavailable to you is suddenly becoming accessible. Information that has been channeled through music. Meditation-related divine downloads. Dreams that foretell their future actions before they are taken. The Most High will make sure you remain 3 steps ahead of any plan they come up with. Access to hidden libraries run by your real family line is part of the recovered inheritance. Repositories of information covering thousands of years of spiritual study and growth. Ancient writings that disclose the actual evolution of human awareness. Ritual instructions that grant access to skills that most people believe are unattainable. Texts by prophets that specify the precise timetable for the change that is currently taking place. The identical surveillance system they constructed to keep an eye on you is now visible to your spiritual vision, enabling you to watch what they do while being imperceptible to them. You have become so adept at seeing through their matrix programming that they can no longer deceive you. Under spiritual scrutiny, reality conditioning that held you submissive and obedient is crumbling like cheap special effects. Similar experiences, abrupt beginnings of suicide thoughts, unexplainable depression, and compulsive ideas about ending their lives are being reported by the practitioners abroad. A few have already been admitted to hospitals after attempting suicide. Others have completely vanished, leaving behind mysterious letters expressing regret for taking part in assaults on someone they should never have come into contact with. Cells for high-ranking cultists whose names are on classified investigation lists are being readied in federal prisons. The dishonest police officer who assisted in the falsification of legal documents is going to learn that divine justice functions outside of the established legal system. Even before criminal charges are filed, the public officials involved in this scheme will be exposed, ruining their reputations and jobs. There is nowhere on earth where they can avoid the repercussions of attacking heaven's anointed, but their desperation has gotten so bad that some are trying to leave the nation. Special facilities for detainees who pose supernatural threats are part of the jail preparations. These correctional facilities are not typical. Their containment facilities are furnished with technology that inhibits ritual activity and neutralizes psychic talents. In order to prevent these inmates from carrying on their activities while incarcerated, the team comprises experts in spiritual warfare and cult deprogramming. The same protective intervention that has been protecting your personal journey is also protecting your divine love connection. Forces beyond human control are methodically destroying the karmic interference that was intended to keep you apart. The seemingly impossible timing is coming together with uncanny accuracy. The seemingly insurmountable distance is dissolving as all the required components are placed in place by divine orchestration. There's more to the impending reunion than just romantic satisfaction. Your particular missions will be amplified into something that these shadow organizations truly fear, the activation of a spiritual alliance. Legal triumphs have released the divine masculinity from all karmic entanglements. Evidence of the obsessive ex's criminal activity and mental instability led to the reversal of custody agreements that favored her. She is prohibited from contacting any of you by restraining orders. He has resources for the trip to you thanks to financial agreements that would have kept him impoverished but were renegotiated in his favor. The schedule for the reunion is moving faster than either of you anticipated. Unexpected windfalls are being used to finance travel plans that previously were financially unfeasible. Court rulings that support your union or resolving legal issues that might have caused your connection to be delayed for years. Your partnership is being supported even by pragmatic issues like housing and work. Photographic evidence of their ritualistic acts, audio recordings of their plot, financial records demonstrating their deception, and medical records attesting to the diseases they have disseminated as a result of their actions are all examples of the evidence that is building against your adversaries. The physical proof speaks for itself, even if federal investigators are unaware that they are recording spiritual crimes. Bank documents demonstrating payments to practitioners, children's statements regarding trafficking activities, and bodies found in ritual arrangements. The criminal justice system is poised to bring earthly repercussions for divine transgressions. Images taken by security cameras at the venues of their meetings that document ritualistic actions that contravene several criminal statutes are among the photographic evidence. Federal judges who understood the extent of the plot approved wiretaps that produced the recorded talks. The financial records show that money laundering schemes were used to finance illegal activity in several different jurisdictions. The medical records demonstrate that cult members intentionally created public health catastrophes that necessitated federal action by spreading contagious diseases through ritual contact. Physical evidence discovered at trafficking sites is supported by the children's testimonies of their experiences. Payment patterns seen in bank records link illegal actions that don't seem to be connected into a larger conspiracy. Your spiritual shields are becoming stronger than they can imagine, so their attempts to activate your nervous system with focused energy attacks are failing. The anxiety attacks and migraine headaches they attempted to cause are returning with increased vigor. Insomnia is being caused by sleep disruption episodes. They are making strategic mistakes that expose their operations to authorities because of the disorientation and mental fog they are projecting toward you. A feedback loop is being created by the backfire effect, which increases their pain while fortifying your defenses. Their ability to function is being destroyed by the accumulated damage caused by each spell they cast that rebounds with more potency. According to the master wizards they employed, their own magical skills are declining, as though they have lost their link to supernatural sources forever. The full extent of their deceit and the limitless nature of your power are becoming apparent to you as a result of the matrix-level awakening taking place in your consciousness. There's more to the code you've cracked than just self-enlightenment. It's a methodical comprehension of how their control systems function and how to permanently deconstruct them. You've become so adept at seeing through their delusions that they must completely shun your attention in order to survive. Access to information that reveals every facet of their operations is part of the awakening. The energy signatures that identify their agents are now visible to you. See through the masks they put on to conceal who they really are and forecast their behavior using quantum-level pattern recognition. This goes beyond intuition. You become successfully omniscient within their realm of influence through methodical knowledge. However, since your spiritual position ensures divine disclosure of everything affecting your goal, they are no longer able to hide. The inheritance funds made available by court rulings will fund global awakening initiatives that go well beyond your own circumstances. Global awareness transformations will be accelerated by the energy vortex created by the twin flame merger that is being planned. Other chosen individuals who are starting their own waking processes will also be covered by the ancestral protection that surrounds you. Funding for educational initiatives that will assist other selected individuals in identifying their talents and avoiding the pitfalls that were set for you as part of the resource distribution. Networks of communication that will unite awakening souls around the world. Assistance with legal matters for people battling comparable inheritance fraud. Medical support for individuals recuperating from ritual abuse and poisoning. Every subscription is a yes to faith. Help us reach 40,000 by pressing subscribe, liking, and leaving your amen below. Your success serves as the cornerstone for a network of support that will shield future chosen ones from the loneliness and bewilderment you went through. Your impending windfall is more than simply monetary reparations. It's the distribution of cosmic resources for the subsequent stage of your spiritual mission. When heavenly abundance enters your life, it gives you the drive to support other souls who are waking, finance projects, and topple oppressive structures that go well beyond your own circumstances. Your wealth turns becomes a weapon against scarcity conditioning and poverty consciousness, which lock people in fear-based institutions. In addition to financial resources, the abundance consists of opportunities, relationships, and technology that will greatly increase your influence. Holdings of real estate in key areas. Investment portfolios that support your missions by producing passive income. Business partnerships with visionary, moral entrepreneurs. Platforms for the media that will enable you to communicate the truth to audiences around the world. New legislation that tightens restrictions on organizations that work with children, increases safeguards for survivors of ritual abuse, and establishes oversight measures to stop further government agency infiltration will be the outcome of the investigations. Protocols for international collaboration will be put in place to monitor and bring charges against international trafficking activities. Financial rules will be tightened to stop money laundering through charitable and religious institutions. The same betrayals that your former pals inflicted on you are happening to you now. Unexpected reversals are causing family members who took from your inheritance to lose their own financial stability. Curse-sending practitioners are finding that their magic has irrevocably changed course, making every spell they perform worsen their own pain while fortifying your defense. The social networks that these groups rely on for recruiting and operations are being destroyed by the karmic reversals. As each member becomes aware that they are susceptible to the same betrayals they took part in against you, trust amongst them is eroding. Reversed success formulas are draining cult coffers of riches, and financial relationships are breaking down. As practitioners become aware that their abilities have been irrevocably undermined, magical alliances are breaking up. The most significant change is taking place in your own mind, where your unwavering understanding of your divine identity and cosmic significance has totally replaced the victim mentality that their brainwashing attempted to instill. Fear that formerly prevented you from making decisions has changed into righteous rage that motivates you to take calculated action. Your purpose-related confusion has solidified into laser-like clarity regarding your mission and the tools available to carry it out. The angels sent to guard you are not following passive instructions. They are using active intervention, which eliminates barriers and eliminates dangers with extraordinary effectiveness. Every good development is accelerated by divine timing, and every evil plan your adversaries come up with is postponed or stopped. The coordination taking place on your behalf in the heavenly realms is greater than anything these conspirators on earth could arrange, guaranteeing that your most impromptu deeds will surpass their expectations and their most meticulously planned activities will fail. Your sheer presence puts the Masons' entire organization in jeopardy, which is why they dislike you. Your awakening disproves their theory. Their helplessness is revealed by your protection. Their poverty is demonstrated by your riches. Additionally, your goal makes their organization outdated. The idea that divine entities might be subdued, exploited, and harvested served as the foundation for their cult. Your existence is living evidence that cosmic justice always triumphs over human conspiracies and that earthly powers cannot touch the anointed in heaven. The realization that your enlightenment marks the end of their time of dominance is symbolized by the Masonic thread on your life. As chosen ones around the world come to terms with their true nature and assert their spiritual power, their centuries-old systems of exploitation are becoming outdated. As a result of their disastrous attempt to harvest heavenly awareness, their targeted victims have grown stronger and their illicit activities have come to light. The judgment that permeates your circumstances isn't coming to a stop, rather, it's just getting started. Every triumph in your own life sets the stage for comparable triumphs across the globe. The spiritual armor that is offered to other chosen ones is strengthened with each protection you receive. Every bit of abundance that enters your life opens doors for other heavenly agents to experience prosperity. No shadow organization can stop or undo the collective liberty that results from your own awareness. Your awakening opened a portal that will never close. Every institution founded on deceit and exploitation will be destroyed by the cosmic tsunami, of which the practitioners whose spells are backfiring now are the first wave. The momentum to change not only your own circumstances but also the entire planetary consciousness is carried by the divine justice booming at them. Greetings from your chosen power. The angels have arrived. The ancestors are at work, and everyone who believed they could defy heaven's decree is being thundered by divine justice. Your time has just begun, and theirs is over. The portal is accessible. The verdict is coming in. And your waking is bringing forth the new world. What started out as assaults on your personal consciousness has evolved into the impetus for humanity's overall freedom from the spiritual oppressive structures that have ruled this world for thousands of years. The new earth that emerges from your awakening is a representation of a world in which the selected lead the growth of humanity toward its divine potential, where kids learn to embrace and nurture their talents instead of stifling them, where those who serve consciousness instead of ego receive abundance, where spiritual compatibility, rather than karmic manipulation, is the foundation of romantic relationships, wherein cosmic law, not human corruption, governs justice. This story does not finish with your awakening. It's the start of a new era in which the world's chosen ones take control and make our planet the paradise it was always intended to be. If this message touched your heart, don't leave without spreading the light. Click like so this wisdom can reach more souls searching for truth. Subscribe to Holy Voices so you never miss the next divine word prepared for you. And write your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters here. Until next time, keep walking in faith, keep growing in wisdom, and remember, the journey of the wise never ends.